France prepare for the worst. The white flag flies proudly over Paris after Macron issues grim warning moments after Putin phone call. Macron says Russia will not invade Ukraine. A few days later, Russia invades Ukraine. Macron is now the megaphone for Putin's propaganda. French President Emmanuel Macron has warned the situation between Ukraine and Russia will deteriorate, saying worse is to come. The news comes as Mr. Macron has attempted on numerous occasions to act as a broker between Moscow and the West. In a chilling phone call between the two leaders, Putin told Mr. Macron on Thursday that Russia would achieve the goals of its military intervention in Ukraine whatever happens, the Kremlin said. In a statement issued after the French and Russian presidents spoke by phone, the Kremlin made clear its goals included the demilitarization and neutrality of Ukraine. Any attempts by Kiev to delay negotiations between Russian and Ukrainian officials would result in Moscow adding more items to a list of demands it has already set out, it said. According to Sophie Pedder, Paris bureau chief for The Economist, it was Putin that reached out to Mr. Macron. Writing on Twitter, she said, "It was Putin who called Macron today," according to the LSE. The call lasted an hour and a half. Macron told Putin, "You are lying to yourself." There was nothing that Putin said that reassured us, a source in the presidency said. France is preparing for the worst. In a statement issued after the French and Russian presidents spoke by phone, the Kremlin made clear its goals included the demilitarization and neutrality of Ukraine. The statement said, Vladimir Putin outlined in detail the fundamental approaches and conditions in the context of negotiations with representatives of Kiev. It was confirmed that, first of all, we are talking about the demilitarization and neutral status of Ukraine, so that a threat to the Russian Federation will never emanate from its territory. It was emphasized that the tasks of the special military operation will be fulfilled in any event, and attempts to gain time by dragging out negotiations will only lead to additional demands on Kiev in our negotiating position. The statement said Russia's special operation in Ukraine was going according to plan. Russia calls its actions in Ukraine a special operation that it says is not designed to occupy territory but to destroy its southern neighbor's military capabilities. Responding to the statement, Mr. Macron fumed, claiming the Russian leader was deluding himself about the government in Kiev and that the war would cost Russia dearly over the long term. There was nothing in what President Putin said that could reassure us, a French presidential advisor said, adding that Putin had reiterated his narrative that he was seeking the denazification of Ukraine.